Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Stephanie. This is the January 2020 wrap up and stats video. So like I did all last year, I am going to make this super quick. This is just going to be like a stats video. Everything will be timestamped down in the description box. So if there's a specific section that you are looking for, you can definitely check that out. At the end of the video, I will give you a timestamp where you can jump to so you can see all of the book covers in chronological order, so that you can go check out those weeks in which I actually talked about them, so you can see all of them. January started off with a huge bang. I was still jobless, so I got a crap load of books freaking read. But good news, I start a new job, or I have started a new job by the time you see this video. So yeah, let's just get into the numbers that I did in January, because there's a lot of them. A lot. So I read 39 books for the month of January. That breaks down to 16 audiobooks, 23 ebooks, and 19 of those were ARCs. For the breakdown, that was 106 hours and 58 minutes for a total page count of 11,034 pages. Absolutely crazy. On to my star ratings. I DNF'd one book. I had 0 1-star books. I had 3 2-star books. I had 6 3-star books. I had 17 4-star books, and I had 12 5-star books. For Blackout 2020, which is something that I did last year, I'm just putting a new year onto it, where I read Black authors. I read Between Now and Always, Forever No. 3 by Dylan Allen, Forbidden Promises by Cynthia Williams, Eleanor and Gray by Brittany C. Cherry, and Let It Shine by Alyssa Cole. For Genreathon, I am doing the alphabet challenge this year, and the letters that were picked out were P or X, author names or titles of the books, and for that I read Play It Again by Regina Kyle and Headliners by Lucy Parker, which means I still have an X book to do later on this year sometime. That's going to be interesting. For Romanceopoly, I picked 4 different categories, or 3 different categories. However, I only completed 1 space during this month, and I am thinking I'm probably going to do quarterly wrap-up videos for Romanceopoly and for my local library challenge, as well as Pop Sugar. So I'll just quickly go over them in this video, but they will be missing in the next video for next month. But I picked Passion Place, which is an erotic BDSM book, and I read The Red by Tiffany Reese for this space. For Readathons, I participated in Smudathon, which was held January the 4th through the 11th, and I will link I believe I did a wrap-up for that, or it might have been a week and one of the weekly, but I'll put it up there for you guys. For the Pop Sugar Challenge, I read a book by a woman of color, which was Eleanor and Gray by Brittany C. Cherry. A book with the same name as a movie title, but is not related, and I am pretty sure that there is a movie called The Rose, and I read The Rose by Tiffany Reese. For my local library challenge, I read 4 different books, and that was 1 book was set in the state of my birth, and that was The Big O by H.J. Bellis. I also read a book set in another country, and that was Headliners by Lucy Parker. I read a new to me author, And that was Siren by Hazel Grace, which you guys need to go check out because this book is amazing. And I read a mystery or thriller, and that was Justified by Jay Crownover. For bookish news, Read Me Romance is now into their 5th season, so go check those out. Check them out. If you don't know what Read Me Romance is, Read Me Romance. Read Me Romance. It is a weekly audiobook podcast in which it is hosted by Tessa Bailey and Alexa Riley. They chit-chat on Mondays and Fridays, and on Mondays and Fridays as well, they play parts of an audiobook, and it is professionally narrated. Short novellas that are hit or miss, but mostly hitting, like straight up hitting, like really. I like most of their stories. Also, for the Read Bliss channel, I turned in my Black History author recommendations. That video has released. I will link it down in the description box if you want to go check it out. And I started a Ko-fi page so that you guys can donate randomly, and you don't have to be sort of bogged down by a subscription or monthly charge. If you have, you know, $3, $6, $9, what have you, you can just go and donate that to me directly and not have to worry about any fees or anything like that because you like my content. It's greatly appreciated. It helps support me, and it helps me keep this content going as well as possible. Also, I am suspending my Patreon page because it seems to be way more than I thought it was going to be. I am producing 3 videos here on YouTube, and producing an extra video over there just became a little overwhelming. So I thank all of those that supported me over there initially and have continued to support me. Just know that you guys, the donations over there, the subscriptions that were over there were greatly appreciated, and they will still be used to produce content here on this channel. I did not go to any bookish events for January, and my actual first bookish event doesn't happen until March. So here's to the fun part of this video, pretty much, is my top 5 reads for the month of January. These are in no particular order. These are the 5 books that I absolutely loved in the month of January. This was super hard because I had 12 books to pick from. Super hard to just narrow it down to 5. But these are the 5 that I think you guys should go check out because they're amazing. They're amazing. We have Boss Man Bridegroom by Megan Quinn. This book had me laughing out loud. It's about a guy that ends up hiring someone, and she pretty much rocks his world and is like, I'm not going to take the fact that you're trying to fire me because we don't get along and I'm like overly crazy. I'm out there and, you know, I'm going to make you loosen up. I'm going to loosen you up. And in turn, we might have to do some fake dating. Maybe. Possibly. Because I'm trying to land an account. Super funny. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious story. Next, I'm going to talk about Siren by Hazel Grace. If you like retellings, this is a retelling that you need to go check out. It's a Little Mermaid retelling, and it is freaking amazing. Freaking amazing. So good. It is dark, it is twisted, but the play on the Little Mermaid had me just devouring it. I devoured this in like a day and a half. It was so good. So good. Next book I'm going to talk about is Reality's Illusion by Steffi Walls. This I had to place in contemporary with no happy ending. I did preface that in my review for this book. This book follows a young man or a man that is in the art world, and he's dealing with some things that real life things. You can feel the emotions, you can feel the struggle that this guy ends up having, and it's a hard story to read, but at the same time, it allows the reader to know if they happen to be going through similar situations, they are not alone, and it's just a beautiful story. It's raw, and it's hard-hitting. It's just amazing. 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 But if you think you're going to get a happy HEA or happily ever after at the end of it, that is really up to personal perspection. Is that the other word? Personal interpretation. There we go. On that. Like, really. The next book I'm going to talk about is Marriage on Madison Avenue by Lauren Lane. This is the third book in the Central Park Pack series, and this is the third book of it. It was so bittersweet. So bittersweet to read this couple who were childhood friends, and then they end up fake dating, and then they end up fake fiancéing, and, you know, getting engaged and things like that, dealing with their hidden feelings. So good, so good. And then to see everyone else within the series really added to the ambiance of the story, and I just loved it oh so much. Oh so much. And then the final book that I'm going to talk about is Spark Web of Desire #1 by Alethea Romig. This is starting the third and probably final series in the web series. I mean, come on. Like, seriously. So you have 3 different trilogies that sort of play into this start of a new trilogy, and whew, this is one of the guy's stories. I had been looking for this guy's story, really wanted it, and it ripped my little heart out. It had me on the edge of my seat. I loved every single moment of it. I cannot wait for the other books to come out the rest of this year. I am just chomping at the bit to get my hands on the other 2 books because I need some answers. And I know I'm not going to get it in book number 2, so if you're not one that likes cliffhangers, or you have to have a series complete, you're going to have to wait until probably closer to like the end of the year to be able to read this series. But get started now by reading the other 2 series, the other 2 trilogies that sort of feed into this one, because it will benefit you. You don't necessarily have to, but I have heard from some bookish friends that you kind of feel like you're missing something if you just jump into this series, into this book first, because there has been some things that have been laid out and some personalities that appear in this book but have been in other books before this one. So go check that out. Okay, so those are all my categories. A little discombobulated this month. I will have it all sort of ironed out probably next month, of course. I try and do my best. Let me know if you have read any of these books down in the comment section. Let's discuss them. Did you like them? Did you not like them? What were your feelings about them? Remember, there are timestamps down there, so if you've missed something and there's a category you want to go back to, definitely go check that out. If you don't want to listen to my exit speech, my outro, you can go ahead and skip ahead to the book covers that are in chronological order by week so that you can go and check out those reviews. We'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. But if you're staying for the outro, here we go. If you like this video, please give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. All of my social information is down in the description box. I started a Ko-fi page. That information's down there. I have a feedback page or feedback link down in the description box so you guys can help me improve my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys later.